Like so many of you here in Southern California, I grew up watching Bob Banfield on Eyewitness News. You want to talk about longevity? When he started here, gas was 35 cents a gallon, Lyndon Johnson was president, and America was at war in Vietnam. Well, Bob is retiring now, so we thought you'd like to know a little bit more about him and the outstanding career of this veteran newsman. On this Friday morning in May, with less than 2 weeks to go before his retirement, we followed Inland Empire Bureau Chief Bob Banfield to Longfellow Elementary School in Riverside to watch him shoot a news story.
You having fun here?
Still having fun, still energetic at the age of 79, even as his career was winding down, a career that began before these kids' grandparents were even born. Bob Banfield grew up in East Liverpool, Ohio. His performances in high school theater productions caught the eye of a car dealer in town who had connections to the local radio station. It was 1948.
This man's daughter was in some of those plays, so called me and said, we're putting a radio station. Would you be interested in being a junior announcer? I was going to go to work in the steel mill. I had no idea. What's this business, I talked it over with my wife-to-be and said, well, let's give this a shot.
It paid off. From his first days as an 18-year-old host on WOHI in East Liverpool, Bob went on to WHIZ in Zanesville, where he honed his skills and hit it big.
Well, here we go once again with our open house. A little get-together for the next 60 minutes. Going to have a lot of music. We're going to meet some interesting people. And I know that we'll have something on hand, especially for you.
This small-town radio station, WHIZ, or Whiz, became Bob's new home for one big reason. Whiz was a TV station, too.
My sugar is so refined. She's one of them high-class kind. She doesn't wear a hat, she wears a chapeau. She goes to see a cinema, but never a show.
I think from either the ham in me or whatever it was, that fit like a glove.
When your clock says it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we certainly hope that you'll tune us in here on Whiz Television.
It was the early 1950s. Television was about to enter its golden age, and in local TV especially, you had to be multi-talented. From musical variety shows to interviews, Bob Banfield did it all, including a stint as Ditto the Clown.
They needed a kids show for about, I think it went on at 3:34 in the afternoon after the kids got home. So they said, well, how are we going to do this? We have limited crews. So I come up with the idea of putting on a clown outfit.
But Bob's real love was news.
At that particular time, because they had very little in the way of even any film or anything like that, the stories that we did. If there was a big local story, they would take the second camera and take a Polaroid camera, put the camera on it to say, here's the fire burning, down at the... So we did a lot of vamping, I guess, more than anything else. Challenging, but interesting.
On May 26, 1967, Bob Banfield took on a new challenge. It was his first day on the job as a reporter for KABC-TV, Channel 7.
They paid me by the story, $20 a story, if the story got on the air. So we moved around a lot.
Bob came to Los Angeles during a turbulent time. He covered the assassination of Robert Kennedy, the Manson murders, the SLA shootout. In the 70s, he hosted AM Los Angeles with Regis Philbin. He was a long way from East Liverpool, Ohio.
I got a chance to meet 3 presidents on that show. I got to meet just an awful lot of people that I wouldn't have had, if I were going out and trying to cover the news.
Through it all, Bob Banfield brought a straightforward style to his reporting that reflected his Midwestern roots.
Presenting things as I see them in a straightforward way. I like to tell stories.
But straightforward doesn't mean stodgy. Bob likes to have fun, whether it's taking part in harness racing at Santa Anita — he won that race, by the way — or test driving a race car, or an elephant. And who could forget those hats? Bob never took himself too seriously. In 1980, he was assigned to the Eyewitness News Inland Empire Bureau, another place that fit like a glove.
I preferred here, and I knew that I would be a little more comfortable because I always found the big city intimidating a little bit. It frightened me a little bit. For some reason, I don't know. Small-town kid never got over that.
I'm Bob Banfield, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, at the crash site in the Cajon Pass, in Ontario, Riverside, along the Salton Sea, at Snow Summit.
Bob Banfield, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
God damn, I didn't know he was going to be that close.
So what's going through his mind as he hangs up his microphone for good?
The effect that maybe had some impact on people, and you've helped some people. And I've met a lot of very good people, and I hope that I've given them all the time they deserve, and I'll miss them. I really will, and I'll be around at the supermarkets for a while, and yeah, see you later. So I'll see you on the streets and everything like that. And if you've got a good story, why continue to, you know, hey, maybe they ought to be looking into this. I've still got a few friends at the bureau, so I'll turn them into that. Okay, so that's it. So long, sayonara.